Hey guys, welcome back. Adam here today, and I'm going to show you how to fix a mouse. Now this is one of my favorite mice. It's a Logitech G9. I've had this mouse for probably 3 years, and it's one of my favorite mice that I have in the house. I actually have two of these, one on my media PC and then another one that I had in the bedroom hooked up to my wife's computer that she does her schoolwork on. And over the course of time, my son messing with it, my youngest son, has messed the cord up here and there's a short in it. So anytime you plug it up, the little lights on here want to just flash and it doesn't respond and do anything. So today in the mail, I got the kit to be able to replace the cable, and it comes with the new feet on it, the pads. So I've never done this, and I figured we would share this experience together and see how it goes. Stick around. Alright, so inside of the package we have the new cable, which is still braided, which is really cool. The cable itself actually matches the old cable. That's really cool. It even comes with the rubber bumper to hold it at the back of the inside where the concave is. So that's really neat. Let's see, there's the rubber pads that go on the bottom. Just got to make sure I put those back on correctly. And then the business card of the person that I bought it from. I got it off of eBay for about 10 bucks. It's cheaper than buying a mouse new. So the first thing we want to do is take the cover part off the mouse. So we'll take this off. The mouse actually came with two of these covers that, depending on the size of your hand, you could use. I chose the bigger one. We'll just set that to the side. Let's see. So now we're down to just this, and then I need to take, gotta remember how I did it. It's here. Okay. These are the weights. I use most of the weights that I can. I use the 7 grams times 4 instead of the smaller ones. I like a heavier mouse. I'm really heavy-handed. So let's see, I was gonna try to do this by hand. I brought a knife over just in case I needed to, since I don't have to salvage the pads. That was kind of hard for y'all to see. There we go. I got the corner off. I'm hoping that the screws, yes they are, the screws are up under here to take the mouse apart. So this to the side. So if you can see right here, there's 1 screw and 2 screws. There's no screws that are visible without taking the pads off the bottom. So you have to take the pads off. So if you see on eBay or anywhere just the cord, you want to pass on that and make sure you get the kit that has the cord and the pads, because once you do the repair, you're going to have pads. There's really no way to take these off and salvage them. I wouldn't trust it. Oh, there's little spots in there that help you take the pads off. Okay. Maybe I should have done a little bit more homework. But yeah, we'll pull. See, the glue on this is pretty tough. There's still like the under. Yeah, there we go. So there's 2 more screws here. So there's, let's see, there's 2 here and 2 here. So they look like small Phillips. I have a small Phillips, so we're gonna take, got the camera. I'm gonna take the screws out very carefully. Kind of funny. Bottom right one. I'm always weird about putting screws exactly back in the same place, even if they're the same size screws. That's where I took them out of. Bottom left one. Alright, so I'm gonna assume now, yeah, it just pops up. I don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on anything. I want it just to kind of come up as easy as it can. All right, so there's a ribbon cable in there, so I want to make sure that I do not damage this ribbon cable. So I want to get, there's looks like 2 black tabs. I'm gonna take my small flat-headed screwdriver and I'm just gonna pop up on the tabs to release the ribbon cable on both sides. Yeah, and it's coming straight up. Just do it gently, do not rush it, and it'll pop right off. So that'll separate your top cover from the bottom. Let me check out where everything's at here. Make sure everything's like it should be. I'm gonna push that little black part back down so nothing happens to it while I'm working on the rest of the mouse. Now I still don't see on here where this piece it goes. It looks like it goes up underneath the circuit board. So what we're gonna do is take the screwdriver, and I see a couple of very small screws that look like they hold that board to the actual inside of the plastic. No, there it is. Never mind, I'm wrong. I was looking in the wrong spot. Sorry. It actually plugs in over here, but it goes up underneath there. So what I'm going to do is release. Alright, I'm going to need a smaller screwdriver. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a smaller precision. Alright, I found a mini screwdriver which should work. Just take your time. Yeah, it's turning them. And they're not real deep or not real big. They're just little tiny screws to hold the front down. I'm trying to count how many I see. Sorry about my hands in the way. I gotta stabilize it. I'm not left-handed, so you'll have to excuse that as well. Now let's see if that, and I got that back screw out. I don't want to take the whole thing apart. I'm scanning over it for any other screws that may be holding the actual circuit board down. I did not look up anything about this beforehand. I figured I'd just kind of go into it blindly. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Go ahead and try to pop the little connector off real quick. Be very careful, take your time, do not break anything. There we go. It'll slide right out. There's another set of screws right here by the wheel. There's one here. And one here. We'll see. Alright, so the whole, oh, I see, there is the screws. The screw in front of the wheel. There's a screw right here in front of the wheel. Let's see if loosening that, I don't want to take it all the way out. But let's see if loosening that makes a difference. Yes, it does. Alright, so I may have to take that all the way out. Alright, so I need to make sure I remember this is the back screw, this is that screw, that screw. Alright, so basically I took the whole wheel off. Ooh, I don't like the way that worked out. Alright, so the wheel mechanism came off. Yes. The wheel mechanism came off, but now I can lift up the whole circuit board and this just pops right off. So you're left with, let's see, you're left with this indent right here to to where the new cable should just slide right back in. I did figure it out. You just got to pop, yeah. Alright, so it does fit right there. The curvature is for whenever you put it back on the top case part. So then where this cable here is, when you put the board down, you'll reroute it back under the board back up to where the original placement was. So we will do that part now. So I'm going to hold the cable in place while I gently try to put this corner back like this, and then I should be able to line everything back up. Ooh, hold on, I got to remember how this went real quick. Yeah, that mouse wheel, I gotta remember how that went. This cable, I don't know if it's because it's new or what, seems a little bit stiffer than the other one was. So things aren't feeling exactly the same as they were before. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this back in. Maybe that'll let me know what my extra length to get it to naturally curve with the new line would do. Okay, so there is a small difference in the length of the old piece that was here and the new piece, but I think I have this down about as flush as it's gonna get. So I need to take and put this. Ooh. Alright, things happen. I need to take the mouse piece, line it back up in the front with the screw. We know that's what holds down the first time. Tighten it back up. Yeah, that's falling into place a lot better now. Alright, so again, sorry about my hands in the way. It's kind of hard to do this. Alright, so the back screw, I'm going to go ahead and put that back in so that I can have pressure off the board. And that went right back here. And take your time, don't get in a hurry, and don't over tighten anything. Alright, so and then the two screws for the mouse. Oh wow. Alright, so I did mess up. Maybe not. Maybe that'll slide. Maybe I didn't mess up. Hold on. Maybe that little piece will slide on there from here. Try. There's like a little, I have to loosen it again. There's like a little thing that slides on the front of the mouse on the little plastic part that I didn't see. There we go. Alright. It's right here underneath the plastic. There's like a little black piece that slots up under there. I got it back on, and that's where this comes into play. The little housing, I guess it keeps pressure over it from the back side. So I want to try to get these lined back up the way they were. Yeah, everything's starting to go fall back into place. And if you're not used to taking stuff apart, just don't get intimidated. Usually if you can just remember where you took everything out and keep a map of all the screws, things usually aren't as hard to put back together as they were as you would think they are. Something seems off by the way this is sitting though, as if something's not right. Alright, well I had to end up taking it back apart because what I had done is I didn't realize that there was actually a little channel through here on the underside of the black plastic that the line sits in, so this can sit down flush more, the green PCB. So I had to take it back out and disassemble, but now the scroll wheel's sitting like it's supposed to. I got all the screws put back in and set to where it sits flush like it's supposed to, and the line just kind of naturally comes back around here and plugs into its housing. So I guess the next step would be to reattach the ribbon cable. So what I want to do is gently lift up on both sides of the plastic again, and I mean gently. Last thing you want to do, you'll have a real bad day if you actually break these tabs off. I've done it on laptops and just about a lot of things. And then we want to pull the ribbon cable out like so, and gently set it back where it goes, if I can do it correctly. Yes, it'll just sit in there. It'll sit in there easily if you do it correctly. And then you just want to take something small and be careful not to puncture anything, but just push those little tabs down till it's secure. And then you just sit the top back on. Test the wheel, make sure it's not hitting the plastic anywhere, make sure everything feels lined up. Everything seems like it should be. So now we'll take and put our screws back in. Alright, so once you get all the screws in, I would recommend that you go ahead and test out the mouse and make sure that it's functional before you proceed any further. I'm going to go ahead and take the cord and plug it into a computer that I have down here. And we'll see. Yes, the lights come on. Now before, they would come on for a second, and if you wiggled the cord at all, they would just start flashing in and out. The fact they're stable right now makes me extremely happy. So now we can reassemble the mouse, put the weights back in. Now, the little pads. You want to make sure you clean off the surface of where you took them out of first. Real good. Make sure you get the right pad for the right area. And it just comes on a piece of paper that you take off, and you want to just line it up into the. Oh yeah, that's smooth. Very smooth. It feels so good. Alright, and do the same thing for the bottom piece. You just take it off, wipe it as good as you can, just line it up. There's actually like a little groove area. I mean, it's pretty hard to get it wrong. You just kind of put some pressure on it so it sticks. It's in there. Then I should be able to go ahead and put the cover back on. And there we are. Let's see. And our mouse is repaired. It should be fully functional. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe for more. If you liked it, please hit the like button. And if you disliked it, please leave a dislike and let me know what I could have done better. I'll get used to it, and I promise to make more videos soon. Thanks. Have a good one.